Hi, I'm Sharon Perun, the owner of Beads and More, located in Woodbury, Connecticut. And let's start beading. First off, I'm going to go over 3 mandatory tools that I think every beader ought to have. The first is this bead mat that I'm going to be working on today. It really keeps the beads from rolling around, and your beads won't get scratched up either by working on this soft surface. This is kind of a new product. The bead boards used to be like this, pretty stiff, and the beads would roll around. Some people will use a kitchen towel or a piece of felt, and that's okay, but the beads will still roll, and it is difficult to pick up the beads because they get caught in the nap. So this is a nice, inexpensive tool to have. The second item that I feel every beader ought to have is this bead stopper. I wish I had invented it myself. It's a simple little tool, again, very inexpensive. You just squeeze it to open it and you put your wire really anywhere in that spring. You don't have to be too fussy about it. It's going to hold your beads in place while you're stringing, and then once you've strung all your beads, you'll be able to check the size, whether you're doing a necklace or a bracelet, and the beads aren't going to fall off. It's happened to every beader to lose their strand after all their work of stringing it, and maybe they have to rethink what was the pattern. You're down on the floor picking up your beads, and if you lose like one Swarovski crystal, this bead stopper has basically paid for itself. Some people will put a piece of tape on the end to hold it, but it gunks up your wire and it doesn't really hold it too firmly. Other people will cut a very long strand of wire, and we use really good quality wire, and I recommend that you do too. And that's going to be a bit wasteful. So go ahead, invest in a bead stopper. Very inexpensive and really an important tool to have. The third item that I feel all beaders need to have is a bead board. This is where you'll lay out your design, your pattern. So let's say you're making a necklace, designing a necklace. You're going to use your board, use all the different segments to separate your beads, and then create your pattern. And you start in the middle, and as you work up the board, let's say you wanted to make a 16-inch necklace, you'd go up 8 inches on each side. You may have to adjust to get that perfect 16 inches by allowing for the clasp, so you may have to take away a few beads. But you can see what your design is going to look like and how many beads you need to create the desired length. And you'll see that there are 3 grooves here, so if you want to do a double or triple strand necklace, this is going to be very helpful. You can also use the back part of the board for designing your matching bracelet. This is where you're going to spend a lot of time designing your piece. Once you get proficient at stringing and crimping, you'll see that that part of your project will go very quickly, and you'll spend more time on designing. So, bead board, it's really a nice thing to have.